What's up? It's been a while since I've done one of these videos. So, I haven't done any weapons reviews or gear reviews in actually quite some time. Been doing the social media content or contracting for these combat systems, but today I got something for you guys. I actually picked up one of those Diamondback AR pistols, a 10.5 inch barrel a while back, and I threw an Aimpoint on it and one of those, I believe it's called a Beileshi. So, we'll be doing a review on that. In the meantime, we'll be kind of explaining some stuff on where I've been, I guess. So don't mind me. I gotta drive to the store real quick. But yeah, this is my channel, my YouTube channel, and like I said, I need to get back into it. We've been doing the Talk show for a while. Unfortunately, because of lack of production value and stuff, I don't have all the equipment necessary to do like live broadcasts. Instead, I have just a black screen where I do more like a radio type talk show for now. However, for our third season, we are working on getting that there. Whether we need to get the products that we need contracted out, or if we need to just do like another fundraiser of some sort. Sorry if kind of going black there. The sky is kind of bright today. Hence the reason why I'm wearing my aviators. I usually don't like to wear my sunglasses on camera. However, here I am wearing my sunglasses on camera. So, but in the meantime, like I said, this video is going to be about the Diamondback firearm I just purchased, the AR-15, chambered at 5.56 223, and I've added several attachments to it, and I've got a lot more I want to add to it. Of course, I'm going to show you guys and get you guys' feedback and things like that, see what you guys think. Some things I want to add to it, for example, are like going to be the M203 attachment. They have great non-lethals and obviously lethals that you can operate through an M203, whether they're 22 long rifle or 12 gauge rounds coming out of one of those little smoke grenades, the 30 mics. So there's some guy cut me off here. But yeah, so stay tuned. We're gonna be clicking on that. I figured I'd start doing like this more of a vlog style video because you guys are actually, I need to get more into the practice of not just being on camera scripted, because I do go on camera for a lot of tactical gear review videos, weapons review videos, with a script prepared. This is gonna be more lately as a winging it. Like I said, like a vlog style video. I've got some people that I look up to that I follow on YouTube as well that do something similar, so I figured I'd do something, my own touch of my own version. So like I said, I want to show you guys these new optic setups that I got in the AR pistol. And you guys getting towed right there. And you know, get your guys' feedback and stuff. So check it out. Okay, so this is the Diamondback AR-15 AR pistol. So it's got the, first of all, it's got the 10.5 inch barrel. I've added this. I'll just start with what it came with stock, and then we'll go from there. And don't mind me, I'm smoking a cigarette during this. So when I first bought this, obviously I wanted the black one, because if you know anything about my YouTube channel, you know how I work. I allow my weapons to get dirty. I do clean the inside, the interior, obviously, and obviously all the metal and everything inside I clean. Outside, I usually expect it to get banged up, scratched, things like that. So I usually don't like to go with anything with like a Duracoat or Cerakote or anything like that. Cerakote, doesn't matter. But unfortunately, because for work, I had to get the AR pistol, and this is the only color they had left, so I had to pay the extra like 150 bucks for this OD green, which isn't too bad because it allows that much more production value, allows that much more aesthetics. So when I bought this thing, it came with no optics, no angled forward grip, the bar with the rubber slab on it, and since then I've added obviously the accessories. So I added this guy here, that costs 45, 50 bucks. And I got that from Washington Military Depot here in Washington State over on Mountain Highway in Spanaway. So I will leave links to the sites, to their Facebook shop as well as their websites. So if you guys see something you like, you can also find it from that shop to see if they have any more, or if you can pick one up yourself. Because they do, for example, Washington Military Depot does order out. So if you order something from them, they will ship it out to you. The first thing I added was this here, the shoulder stock. The next thing I added obviously was my angled forward grip. And the reason why I added the angled forward grip is because forward pistol grips are considered illegal according to the ATF on any type of AR pistol. However, forward angle grips, they passed that law. So obviously I added the forward angle grip, and I kept mine a little bit further. I had it out here, but obviously with like trial and error, I've scooted it back to make it more compensated for my size. I'm not a big guy, I'm a smaller guy, so Not having that nice tight fit usually works out a lot better for me. I got this exactly about 9 inches. That's why it's fixed like that. If you look at the bottom here, you can see it's fixed. And then the forward angle grip is set right in the middle. I do hold onto the magazine well every now and then when I am shooting. If I'm going for a longer distance shooting, I usually reach my hand out further. We'll clear the rifle here now. That way you can see it is empty. Moving on, one thing I added that I'm kind of proud of is this guy here. I don't know if you can read that, but that says, oh, sorry about that. Chuck Norris is my bitch. So that's a aftermarket charging handle, and the reason why I added that is because it's got this extra lever here, so you can actually pull it back with without having to do the traditional way of the AR, how that operates. You can actually pull it back on a speed reload, much easier. And then, of course, I always keep some kind of rubber band, whether it's like a hair tie or a longer extensive hair tie. I used to have long hair back in the day, so I do have a couple of these hanging around. I was taught by a scout sniper with the infantry who served in Mosul, Iraq in 2003. They usually want to keep rubber bands on the barrel of your rifle just for foliage. So when you're out in the field, you can easily stick tree branches, things like that, kind of to skew the asymmetrical warfare, because in the real world, you don't see round objects, triangle objects, long objects, things like that. They don't have a natural spot in nature, so you kind of want to blend that asymmetrical warfare by using something like that. Something simple, 50 cents, whatever. It makes a big difference if you're doing that long distance shooting, prone, whatnot. And now the whole point of the video is for these optics. So again, picked up this optic here. This is Aimpoint, made in, I believe, Switzerland. I can double check, it says it right on it. Made out of Sweden, actually, not Switzerland, Sweden. So it's actually made out of Switzerland, or Sweden, sorry. And this is where I picked this up from Washington Military Depot. Now, we live right next to Joint Base Lewis McChord, so a lot of that used equipment does get retired and put into surplus stores. And that's fine. I bought it used, it works. It works just fine. It's got the high-rise optic mount. And what I added after I picked that up was this Beileshi, if I'm pronouncing that right, Beileshi, because there's not many reviews on this online as well. But it's a 90 degree. So it's just like that, 4 times magnifier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these off here, the covers. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see the actual laser. See if I can get that in there. Turn that up all the way. There you go. So you can see that laser there. Now that is fixed in. We use a laser bore sight to sight that in. So it's zeroed at least at 50 yards. So what we do here is we take off this cover and put that in there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but that 4 times magnifies that red dot. So there you go. We got a little bit of a trace there. You can kind of see what's going on. So all that simply does is once you fix that red dot in, or that reflex sight, you don't need to do any type of sighting in with that 4 times magnifier. Once you sight in that quick reflex sight, this is already sighted in for you. So I added obviously to the back. It doesn't make too much of a substantial difference. It does make a decent difference when it comes to aiming anywhere between 50 and 100 yards. I mean, the aesthetic appeal is already, you can kind of see the fact that the aesthetic appeal alone is nice. But again, when I usually use this primarily when I am on the range training. Quick reflexes is something I've always been trained on first. Long distance, you usually go prone, things like that. However, this does allow you to go at least 50 to 100, if not 200 yards while standing or crouched. So that's something I wanted to share with you guys, one of the more frequent updates. And if you guys know my channel, then you guys know I'm primarily an AK guy. However, we've been messing around with the ARs as of lately because the AR market is so saturated with accessories that obviously you're going to have to keep up with the AR market as much as the AK market. So what I'm looking to do next is obviously put some kind of flashlight on the front here, on the bottom or on the sides, since I have the extra attachments as well. And another thing been wanting to do is obviously add an M203 launcher here for the 30 mag mics, non-lethal smoke grenades, things like that. If I can find a good website that does it at an affordable price, that's something I'll be doing. Obviously I want to upgrade the trigger assembly. I'm still researching different companies that's gonna do that at not just an affordable price, but something that has no negative sear engagement as opposed to positive sear engagement. So something that's going to be reliable, something that's going to look good too and feel good as well. And of course, another thing I need to do, because if you know anything about AR pistols, especially the 10.5 inch barrels, you know that every time you shoot, you get that nice big fireball right at the end, if not every round, every second round. That's because the lack of barrel length allows for the extra solvent to come out and be ignited once you're shooting. So one thing I'm looking for is some kind of, if I can afford it, go with the suppressor license. I don't want to wait the 9 to 15 months. I've heard as low as 3 months for a waiting process for a suppressor license, or for your suppressor tax stamp. But also I hear the average is 9 months to 15 months with the, and here in Washington State we have a initiative 1639, which is best backlogging everything. So that's something I've been holding off on just now, because we have the Hush Act and we have a lot of different legislation going on the national level that would ultimately render NFA tax stamp useless for suppressors. So if that can go, that would be great. Otherwise I won't have to wait for that 9-month waiting period. But obviously that's something I need to replace. You can see here now, it's got I don't even know what kind of muzzle brake this would be called. It's not a very good one. So it creates that back gas, that repercussion, that big fireball, and I just wanted to put, giant flash can or suppressor. So if you guys have any tips, ideas, companies that you recommend, by all means leave them in the comments here at the bottom of the YouTube video. I will be posting the links where I picked up most of this product from. We have a Welcher's gun shop here in Lakewood, the town that I live in which I picked up this rifle from itself, as well as some of the other accessories. However, where I shop primarily is because I support friends and their businesses. Tom, who owns the Washington Military Depot over on Mountain Highway in Spanaway. Most of my accessories has come from him. So this one, for example, the buttstock, as well as the Aimpoint. Angle forward grip came from Magpul. Had that on from other weapons, and then of course ordered that on Amazon. And yeah, so like I said, very nice little weapon. It's a pistol, so it can be carried on you with your person if you got your CPL, things like that. Do want to get advice from you guys and feedback, so do let me know in the comments, because that's how we network these days. And if you've never tried the Beileshi, I do recommend it. It was about 86 bucks on Amazon before shipping handling. After taxes and shipping handling, I take that back. I do have the 2-day free Prime shipping, so I didn't have to pay shipping handling. However, I did pay taxes. I think it just came out just below 90 bucks after everything, and it came in 2 days. So this actually arrived on a Sunday, believe it or not, through FedEx. So if you've never tried the Beileshi round, or the Beileshi optic, I do recommend it. It seems to be a good, a more affordable, I'm not going to say cheap, I'm going to say more affordable alternative to any type of backup magnifier. There are better magnifiers out there, and once I get the more finances, I will put those back on there, or I'll put that on there to replace that, and usually opt this out for something another platform of some type. But other than that, that's what I wanted to show you guys today. And I'm going to try to keep up with these kind of video series, the vlog type of video series, see what you guys think, and we'll go from there. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Like I said, if you have any comments, any recommendations, any advice, suggestions, do leave it in the comments. I do tend to respond, so any advice, I'm not going to entertain you guys as negative feedback. However, negative feedback is encouraged, because bad press is better than no press. So, again, thanks for checking it out, guys, and we'll see you next time.